Hello, today I'm going to tie the olive Intruder Spey Fly. This version will be tied on a 20mm Waddington shank. The threads I'm using is the Semperfli Nano Silk 12/0 and 18/0. First I'm going to secure the shank using the Semperfli Nano Silk 12/0 thread. Starting just before the halfway point, wrap to the rear loop and trim the tag. Next, thread the ends of the Fireline through the rear loop. Leave enough space on the Fireline to remove the hook. Secure on top of the shank with edge-to-edge wraps into the starting point and web finish. Next, thread the ends through the front loop and pull them back tight in between the shank wire with pliers and secure. Make sure the line is parallel to each other. Next, thread the ends through the rear loop on each side of the tether and secure on top of the shank to the starting point. Trim the tags, build up the thread, whip finish, and add head cement. Next, start the 18/0 thread and secure over the previous wrap and trim the tag. Next, take the golden pheasant crust already prepared and secure it on top of the shank along the threaded area. Trim and whip finish. Next, split the thread, wax, and add the green ice dub loosely. Add the dubbing twister, double over the thread, and spin to secure the dubbing. Brush out the dubbing and switch to a hackle plier. Wrap the dubbing edge to edge along the threaded area, pulling the fibers back with your fingers and secure by the thread. Fold the thread back on itself, secure, trim, build up the thread, whip finish, and brush out the dubbing. Next, fold the dyed yellow Guinea pheasant hackle and tie it in by the tip underneath the shank in front of the dubbing. Trim the excess and build up the thread. Wrap the hackle forward edge to edge along the shank and secure by the stem with tight forward wraps. Then fold the stem back, secure, and trim the excess. Next, fold the dyed green heron hackle, tie it in by the tip, and secure it under the shank, tight to the guinea hackle. Attach the hackle plier and wrap forward edge to edge, pulling the fibers back with your fingers. Secure by the stem going forward and fold the stem back and secure and trim the excess. Hold the fibers back and secure the thread over the wrap along the stems. Build up the thread into a taper. Next, take a single strand of olive crinkle flash, fold it over the thread so the ends are even, and secure it on top of the shank. Repeat this step on the other three sides. Build up the thread and whip finish. Next, take the brown bird fur hackle, fold it and secure it by the tip underneath the shank and wrap it forward edge to edge, pulling the fibers back with your fingers. Secure by the stem and fold the stem back and secure. Trim the excess, build up the thread, and brush out the hackle. Pull the fibers back and wrap over the stems into a taper. Next, take another 4 strands of olive crinkle flash and secure each piece on the 4 sides of the shank in front of the bird fur hackle. Next, split the thread, wax, and add the brown ice dub loosely. Add the dubbing twister, double over the thread, and spin to secure. Brush out the dubbing and wrap edge to edge going forward, pulling the fibers back with your fingers. Secure by the thread, trim the excess, and brush out the dubbing. Next, tie in 4 strands of dyed green Amherst pheasant tail fibers by the butts on all 4 sides of the shank. Followed by 4 strands of fine olive ostrich curl tips. Secure, build up the thread, and whip finish. Next, take the olive dyed ring neck pheasant rump feather and fold it and tie it in by the tip underneath the shank. Fold the tip back, secure, and trim the rest. Wrap the hackle edge to edge and secure by the stem. Fold the stem back, secure, trim, and whip finish. Next, take 2 grizzly hackle tips, measure. You want them roughly even with the eye of the hook. Flatten the stems and secure on top of the shank left and right. Finally, take 2 jungle cock feathers, measure, remove the excess at that point and secure underneath the shank left and right. Build up the thread, whip finish, and trim. Switch to a red thread, wrap over the white thread, whip finish, trim, and add head cement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit the like button to see more fly tying videos.